Hi there, in this After Effects tutorial, I'll show you how to create the social media lower third. We'll build it in a way that makes it super easy to swap out your logo. And you can create it so it animates from either the right or the left side of your text, just like you're seeing on screen. Now to begin, first create a new composition. I'm using the social media landscape preset at 30 FPS and setting my duration to 10 seconds. Feel free to copy these settings or adjust them as needed. Next, select the type tool and type in your desired text. Then, center align it using the line tool and center your anchor point on your text layer by pressing Ctrl-Alt-Home on Windows or Command-Option-Home on a Mac. Now, right-click on your layer, click Rename, and rename your layer to Text. Next, create your text background. Make sure no layers are selected, then select either the rounded rectangle tool or the regular rectangle tool, whichever you'd prefer. I'm using the rounded rectangle tool, and draw a shape around your text. Don't worry about the shape size, we'll adjust it in a moment. Then rename this layer to text background and move it below your text layer. Following on, with your text background layer selected, go to Fill and choose the color you'd like for your background. I'm actually going to set my background to white and change my text color to black. Then select your text background layer and center align it using the line tool. And center its anchor point by pressing Ctrl-Alt-Home on Windows or Command-Option-Home on a Mac. Now to adjust the text background size, open Rectangle 1 here, then Rectangle Path 1, and unlink the size values. And tweak the X and Y values until the background fits your text nicely. Don't worry about placing the text and background where you'd like it in your composition. I'd recommend just creating everything a nice size and keeping everything center aligned for now. And at the end, we'll pre-compose everything, and then you can move everything together within a pre-comp to your desired location. Awesome. Next up, let's add your logo. The Instagram logo I'm using is linked in the description. I got it for free from Freepik. You can get lots of free social media icons on Freepik if needed. Okay, so if you haven't already got your logo in your project, go to File, Import, File. Find your file and hit Import. Then go to the project window and select your logo and drag it into your comp above all other layers and rename it to Logo Placeholder. Then press S for scale and resize it to your liking. Great, for now make sure your logo is centered in the composition as we'll be placing it into a pre-comp now. And if the elements inside the pre-comp aren't centered, it can affect how the pre-comp scales. We'll be placing the logo into a pre-comp so we can easily swap out the logo in the future. So, duplicate the logo layer by selecting the logo layer and pressing Ctrl-D on Windows or Command-D on a Mac, and rename the duplicate to Logo Mask. And then set the track matte on the logo placeholder layer to the logo mask layer. If you don't see the track matte options, click Toggle Switches and Modes at the bottom of your timeline. If you don't see Toggle Switches and Modes either, click Expand or Collapse the Layer Switches pane in the bottom left. Following on, select both the logo layers, right-click and click Pre-Compose. And name it Change Logo here. And make sure Move All Attributes into the new composition is selected, and then press OK. Now you'll be able to quickly open this pre-comp in the future and easily change out the logo as needed. I'll walk you through how to do this at the end of the tutorial. For now, press P for position and move this pre-comp to either the left or right of your text. Basically, place it wherever you want it to be once it's animated in. I'm putting mine on the left of my text. Great, that's everything set up and ready for animating. But before we start animating, I'd recommend having a final look over your placements of things and adjust until you're fully happy with how everything looks. I'm just going to move my text over to the right a little to make it look more balanced. Now let's mask the text and text background so they animate in with the logo. To do this, duplicate your text background layer and rename the duplicate to Text and Text Background Mask. Then set the track matte of the text and text background layers to the Text and Text Background Mask layer. Now parent the text and text background mask layer to the Change Logo Here pre-comp layer so they move together. Great, now let's animate everything. Move your playhead to around 1 second and select the Change Logo Here pre-comp layer and press S for scale and click the stopwatch to add a keyframe. Then move your playhead to the start of your composition and set the scale to 0. Following on, highlight both keyframes and press F9 to easy ease them. Next, move the playhead to around 3 seconds and ensure your logo pre-comp layer is still selected and press P for position and press the stopwatch to add a keyframe. Then move your playhead to the point where your logo finishes scaling and adjust the X position so that the text and background are fully hidden behind the logo. And highlight both keyframes and press F9 to easy ease them. Then open the graph editor to further smooth out the motion. If yours looks different, right click and ensure Edit Speed Graph is turned on. Then select the last keyframe and drag its handles inwards to make the animation start fast and then slow down. Then close the graph editor by pressing the graph editor icon here. Great, that's it animated in. But you might notice if you play your animation back, some text or background is visible when your logo scales up. To fix this, simply trim the start of your text and text background layers to the point where the logo finishes scaling. Finally, let's reverse the animation to create a smooth in and out animation. So highlight all your layers and trim them down to half your composition's length. Right click and click Pre-Compose and name it In. Make sure Adjust the Composition's Duration is unchecked and press OK. Now you can select this pre-comp and press P and move it to wherever you'd like, and press S for scale and adjust its scale as desired. But if you're planning on exporting as a MOGART, you can always just keep it as is and adjust its position and size in Premiere Pro. Once you've placed it where you'd like it, duplicate the pre-comp and rename the duplicate to Out. Then right click on the duplicated layer, go to Time Reverse Layer to reverse its animation. And that's it. You now should have a smooth in and out animation. Now let's say you want to swap the logo in the future. Just go to the project window and double click on the Change Logo Here pre-comp to open it up. Then delete the existing logo by selecting the existing logo layer and pressing Delete. Then drag in your new logo and place it below the logo mask layer and set the track matte on the new logo layer to the logo mask layer and select your new logo, press S for scale and scale it to fit. And that's it. If you found this tutorial helpful, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Thanks for watching.